The Lord shall prevail. Okay, we're live. All right. Hi, I'm Gary.
I'm Linda.
Oh, we're Pinky Mama's sisters. Pinky Mama's Cakes, Cookies, and Candy, and otherwise known as Pinky Mama's Sisters in the Kitchen. And we're just having a good time this morning. We've been talking to Carla's here today.
Yeah, first time she's been here, it seems like, in weeks.
Yeah. So we'll get together. We don't know when to stop talking. We just have such a good time. So anyway, thank y'all for joining us this morning, and we are going to be making a glazed citrus loaf cake this morning.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So let me wash my hands one more time, and then we'll get started to greasing that.
Do you have something? What is in your Scentsy burner this morning,
Apple
Mary?
cinnamon.
I thought that sounded like, smelled like apples. That
Yeah.
smells so good.
Thank you.
I love those kind of scents that
Yeah.
remind you of the kitchen.
I got my little grease here.
Do you want me to grease pan?
That's a joke, y'all. That's what I used to give my
I
sister.
will.
No, that's okay. Well, I guess I'll let you
I'm gonna
grease
get a
it.
paper towel if you don't
I have
care.
one right here in this.
Oh, okay.
I'll let her grease it, and then I'll put the parchment paper in it.
This used to be my first job in the kitchen,
I
y'all.
know. It doesn't take much, Linda.
Okay.
And this pan really don't even hardly really need greasing.
Did I get too much for all of it?
That's okay. That's all right. It's not going. This pan, I don't know, Linda. Have you read to see if you have to grease this pan? I mean, the cake comes out so easy. I don't even think you'd even have to use
Well,
parchment
you
paper.
probably
Because
don't.
it really does come out easy. All right, and if the recipe called to put parchment paper in this loaf pan, but let me tell you, I already done one. To put that parchment paper in this loaf pan, it crinkles up so much because it's so thick, until I just made me some to go on each side. And I'm doing it like this. That way it doesn't crinkle up on the edges, you know? So
smart.
I just cut them out. You just measure your pan and cut them out.
And that's just a regular size loaf pan, right?
And this is just a regular, what is this, a 9x4, 9x5?
I don't even know what
Something
size
like that.
they are.
And then just a long sheet. And you do your long sheet this way so that you will have handles to pick the cake up out.
Yeah, that makes so much difference when you do that.
But whenever, that one, I made one yesterday, and the cake comes out so easy, you don't even hardly need this parchment paper. But anyway, all right, so I got the parchment, and that parchment paper will stick to that grease pan, and now we grease it again.
Grease pan.
Yeah, I'll grease it. Just grease this parchment paper now. So, like I said, you have to cook this cake. Let's see, I cooked it an hour, about an hour and 30 minutes. So that's why I went ahead and made another one, so y'all didn't have to wait for it to get done.
So everything is green, all the trees
know it.
have flowers.
Isn't it
on
pretty?
Wasn't
Yeah.
it a beautiful drive down here, Carla?
The green is
So pretty.
Okay. Now, if you close it, I'll wash my hands.
All right.
Okay, now I'm going to set this aside. I preheated the oven to 325. And I've already, we do zest and lemon, one lemon, and you zest one orange. I've already got, it takes 2 teaspoons of zested orange and 1 teaspoon of lemon. And I've already got 1 in here, so I need 1 more teaspoon of lemon zest. So that's 2 teaspoons of lemon and 2 teaspoons of orange, 1 teaspoon of lemon.
It smells so good. This
So,
always smells so
It does.
good.
This is a little Pamper Chef, and I just love this thing.
I do too.
You know, I've got the old one, and I got it out this morning and was going to use
I
it.
love this one.
I like this one because it's got that handle that I can
Yeah, I do
hold
too.
away from it. So I just need, it takes about 1 orange and 1 lemon. You really don't need a whole big lemon, but you have to buy it to get it. So
Can't buy half one.
No, and let me tell you something. Sometimes I'll buy an orange, and it won't taste good.
Yeah, it's
And
like,
I don't know.
have you noticed that it don't seem like you said, some oranges aren't as good as what they used to be, and it may just be the time of year it is. I don't know.
These are good.
Those
I bought
smell
yesterday.
really
Yeah.
good.
If you will set that over there for me, please, Linda. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And so that's going to be my. I didn't measure, but I know that's about right. So I will measure it now, but don't put it in the water yet, just in case that I'm wrong.
Okay.
I was pretty sure I was right. You know, you cook long enough, you pretty well know.
Yeah.
So that's another teaspoon. It goes in here, teaspoon. So now I've got 2 teaspoons of orange and 1 teaspoon of lemon. Now that will go in the water. Thank you, Linda. I'm gonna put the lid on it till I get ready to use it, and hope that I don't forget to put it in the batter. Now I'm gonna move. Oh, we got to do our candied. I'm gonna wipe this off. Do my little candied oranges. There's a lot of steps to this, but I can't wait to cut that cake, because I mean, anytime you got orange slices and lemon in a cake,
It's gonna be good.
it's gonna be good. I bought this candied orange slices at, I think it was a Family Dollar or Family Dollar or Dollar General. I forgot which one it was.
I've never seen that brand
I hadn't
before.
either.
Were they good and soft?
Yeah, they were. So anyway, it takes about 9 candied oranges. And what I do, I put 2 teaspoons of flour. I use cake flour because that's what the recipe's using. And I coat these. And you can tell I put some there on top. I have to put some flour on my knife. This is what I was telling you about the other day using that scrub. I put the flour on my knife, and I'm going to show you how I cut these. I've cut them all up at this one, but I cut it. I lay it flat, and then I cut it 3 times. And then the side that's been cut is real sticky. You want to put flour on it. Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
And
We've cut a lot of these with
Yeah.
cakes.
And then I'm going to cut those little long strips one more time. I want them little. I want little bitty bites.
Yeah, you don't want chunks in there.
Yeah. And then I take the knife and I cut them again. Cut them little tiny. And then I'm going to add a little flour to it to make sure that they separated. Okay. I put them in here. Do you want to do this one, Linda?
Sure.
I don't want to just be doing everything. There, give you. Linda's a pro at this. She makes so many orange slices.
I've had my experience cutting orange slices. That's for sure.
I know. I used to make them a lot, but then Linda started making them, and I quit making them because it is a big job slicing these oranges.
I didn't get that one cut even.
That's okay. Mine's not even, Linda. But you just cut them in little bitty pieces, and that flour separates them.
Oh, they're sticky.
Yeah, they're real sticky. And I don't have much flour on there either, Linda. I have some more in here, but once we get it in this little bowl, we'll cover them again to make sure.
I tell you right now, when you say you cut an orange slice into, I know exactly how many pieces you cut them in.
Yeah.
And you take a whole pound
Right.
and cut them in those pieces. You have spent some time.
This
on it.
is nothing like an orange slice cake far as the quantity of orange slices that you do. This is only 9. The recipe says 2/3 cup, and but that's about 9 orange slices.
Are you through with that?
I'm through with that knife. So with that little bit of flour in here, I'm just going to rub them together to make sure that that keeps them from sticking together, and they'll stay in the batter. So okay, we'll set this aside. You can set that aside too, please, Linda. I'm going to set this aside, and then I'm going to get my mixer over here.
Oh, Mary, I could have lifted that.
That's all right.
for you.
You know what? This I'm going to put this camera back just a tad so that they
Are
can
you
see.
through with this?
I am through with that, Linda. I'm using our new mixer. And I I like it. The more I use it, the more I like it.
I do too. And I didn't use mine making the cookies yesterday, but the next time I make a cake, I am going to use it.
Okay, turn it on. Let me raise the handle up, get my finger in the right place. It's a heavy duty one, but it's manageable. It's
It's
not so bulky in it. You can.
Mary, I don't know if you notice this or not, but the weight is distributed on this mixer.
Right.
So it's not all on one end or
Right.
one part. It's distributed weight, and I think they were very smart in doing that.
I have 1 cup of butter in here. That's 2 sticks or 1 cup softened, and that's why I went ahead and put it in this and let it be soft before I got started. And I'm going to put sugar. We use Imperial fine sugar.
And we are sponsored.
Yes, we're sponsored by them. If you'll get me a cup and a half, a cup and a fourth, they have a cup and a fourth?
Yes.
Okay, fine. And I'm going to cut this on custom. Oh, I know. I did this yesterday. I kept turning it to where I want. Go ahead and put it in there. I kept turning it and turning it. It wouldn't come on. Guess what? This won't turn on unless this is down.
Safety, yeah.
So she's putting a 1 1/4 cups of Imperial granite sugar in this. And this is where we put our zest. I'm putting the zest in here. Like I said, this is 2 teaspoons of orange and 1 teaspoon of lemon. I'm on. Now I'll let this mixer down. And now I can do the custom. And I'm going to do it for 3 minutes. No? Okay, all right. Let's cancel it and go back to custom. You have to mash the button after you select the setting. All right.
I haven't used the custom setting yet.
Then it's going to mix. You want to mix this until it's light and fluffy. About 3 minutes. 3-4 minutes, whatever.
And it starts out slow and then it speeds up, right? Or does it do that
Not on
on
the
custom?
custom.
Not on
Not
custom.
on the custom.
Okay.
Not
I
on
didn't
the
know that.
custom. Yeah. Not on the custom. No. And I'll need this. Let me do my flour. I can get that done. So I just want to get that. And about halfway through it, we're going to pause it. All you do is mash the button to pause it, and then
Like push down on it? Okay, well I'm learning. I didn't.
I'm learning too. And
then you can add something else.
and then push it again,
Nice.
it'll pick it back up.
Okay. Well, you're smart.
Well, no, I'm just practicing them. I made these yesterday, and I still got a lot to learn. So, anyway, let me get a spatula out of here. No, where's my fork like this? Okay. Just mix it a few minutes. Okay.
And we're going to be announcing the birthday winner a little bit later on from February.
It's not really that loud, is it? The mixer.
No, it's not. I don't think it's not as loud as the kitchen is.
So, let's see. This is a long recipe to me. I'm gonna make sure I don't forget something this time. And then, okay, after I do this about 3 minutes, then you add the eggs. Okay. You're gonna add the eggs. You want your eggs and your milk that goes in this and your butter. Well, the butter is soft, but you want your eggs and milk at room temperature. So, and it takes 4 eggs, which we'll be putting that in there after I scrape down the sides.
So you want me to go ahead and break them? You want them one at a time,
One
right?
at a time. I'm going to pause this. Pause it. Raise it up. Get on this side.
That looks so nice.
Okay, wait a minute.
This.
I'm going to scrape down the sides.
Okay.
I'm going to scrape down the sides. You know what? I did this yesterday, and I scraped down the sides, but it really, it was all pretty well incorporated, pretty good.
The little
yeah, it does real good.
Edge attachment does pretty good.
It does.
You can see that zest in that.
Yeah.
Looks so nice.
All right, lay it back down. It clicks when it didn't click that time, but it normally it clicks when you got it down good. And you know what? If it ain't down good, it ain't gonna come on. So I don't know that. Okay, now just hit it again. All right, let me see where I put that. And I use 2 teaspoons of vanilla bean paste. So I don't want to get that.
Tell me when you're ready for the egg.
All right. I'm just going to let that, how long much? Vanilla bean paste? I probably got it at TJ Maxx.
I used to buy it there a lot.
Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, let me put the shield on here. Can you just put an egg in there for me, please, Linda?
Okay, you want me to pour it through here?
So you mix after each egg. All right. Okay, you know what? I'm going to change this, and I'm going to put it on beat because I want those eggs to beat.
Okay.
So I canceled it, and I'm going to turn it down to mix and beat. And whenever, okay. All right, now. I don't want it to beat about a minute, so I'm going to change the time on it.
So are you doing that through the beat?
Yeah, okay. Now they'll get faster on this, so go ahead and put it there. When you got it on beat, it beats a little bit and then it'll start up again. It'll get faster.
Want the other?
So that's 4 eggs. And that's why I got that shield on there. And then 2 teaspoons of vanilla bean. It's stronger. That's all I know. Is that what it is? Stronger.
It's a little more intense flavor.
Yeah. Put that in the sink for me, please, Linda. Now I didn't do the time long enough, or I was slower. So I'm going to beat it one more time with that. Okay. All right. I'm going to change it just for a little.
So I came in this morning, Mary had this most beautiful music playing. I think it was the Gaithers, wasn't it?
I think so.
Like
yeah.
not the Gaithers actually
Yeah.
singing, but they're like their get-togethers. And,
Yeah.
oh, it just made me want to cry. It had all this old beautiful music that we grew up singing, playing.
Yeah. So we're just gonna beat that vanilla bean paste in there real good. And
You can tell the mixer spit that seed.
all right, that's enough. Okay. All right. It takes I think it's a half a teaspoon. let me see how much flour. Salt and baking.
It was 81 degrees yesterday. What, did it get hot?
Yes.
Yes. Baking powders, 1/4 a teaspoon.
It's not much, is it?
No, I know. That's what I thought yesterday when I did that, but it did okay. Okay, I've got 2 cups of flour. Cake flour, unbleached cake flour. I'll show you.
So did you find the envelope?
No, I didn't find the unbleached. The recipe calls for unbleached. I used the bleach. This is cake flour, 2 cups, 1/4 a cup of baking powders.
I wonder if that's an old recipe.
I think it must be, Linda.
You can usually tell by different things that have in them.
Yeah.
The only cake flour I remember buying for probably a long time was bleached.
And then kosher salt, 3/4 kosher salt.
And that was 3/4 of a teaspoon?
Yes, 3/4 of a teaspoon. And that's in the flour. And yeah, just stir that flour, salt, and baking powder. 2 cups of cake flour, 1/4 a teaspoon of baking powders, and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. If you're using unsalted butter. If you're using salted butter, you don't put as much. So now I'm gonna turn this on mix, and we're going to
Just spoon it in there?
spoon it in there. Let me get it started.
I really like this shield.
Yeah. All right, mix. Okay.
Okay, tell me when.
Just go ahead and put it in there because it's going to get faster, and then alternate the flour, the salt, and baking powders with 1/3 a cup of whole milk. All right, Linda, put some more in there. Put some flour in there. Let me get you a scoop. Let me get you a
No,
scoop.
this is fine.
Well, let me show you what I learned yesterday.
Okay.
Putting that flour in there. I'm going to show you what I learned.
Okay.
You know, you learn. You turn it this way. And you don't. She may not do this, but I'm telling you, when I'm putting flour in there, I dump it all on this front. Do you?
I probably did, yeah.
I don't. Well, I ain't never seen you do it, but I'm just saying I do. So I turn my measuring cup where the back of the flour is up against this, and all this on that shield, and it does not get on the mixer. You know. Okay. Now I need to put a little bit more milk in there.
I've been a paper plate before and poured it
Have
in
you?
like that
Yeah.
too.
Okay. Now add some more flour.
Okay. So turn it this way, right? Learning some new tricks this morning.
Well, you know, Linda seems to always be neater than me in doing things, so I try to figure out how can I avoid so many. Wait a minute, let me get this milk in here, please.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. All right, there's the milk. You always end in flour. I'm going to have to mix it a little bit longer.
Get the rest of this in there.
Okay, cancel. Mix.
And cake flour is lighter than regular flour, right, Mary?
Yes, yes, it is.
I'm surprised somebody hasn't already asked that.
I'm just going to stir that about 30 seconds. Okay. All right. I'm just going to mix it about 30 more seconds. I put 30 seconds, so 30 seconds of mixing that together. I forget about it really getting faster and faster.
It goes real
I'm going to
fast.
cancel it because I don't want it to over mix.
Sounds like it's gonna take off.
I know.
It's like when you're taking off in an airplane.
Okay, so now I'm going to lift it up. Take this off. And get my beater.
You're through with this, right?
I am through with that, Linda. All I'm going to do now is add the, don't let me forget, I got to add those
The
orange
orange.
slices. I got them right here.
Oh, okay.
You know
I
what?
put that plastic shield in the dishwater Do you ever worry about somebody coming in and setting something heavy on a glass lid or something like that?
No, because I don't have nobody washing dishes
I
but
knew you
me.
was going to say that.
So I know. I don't have nobody washing my dishes. Except for when Carla's here, she'll wash them.
If it's something I'm afraid that Mike is going to set some on top,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and wash it myself.
When I have company and people are helping me wash dishes, I'll grab my things that I don't want in that dishwasher because they will put it in the dishwasher. I grab it and I take it out and hand wash it myself because I do have things I do not put in the dishwasher. All right, now let me see. I guess I need to get that out. I have to do it with both hands.
Let me get out of your way.
It's all right. You have to push it up and twist it around to get it out. So,
But it's not hard.
it's not hard. It's just you got to get an angle at it. So get all this goodie off of the batter.
And you're just going to fold those in, the orange slices.
Yes, yes. Whenever I take this bowl, Linda, if you'll move the mixer,
I will.
put it over there for me, please. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll take the bowl. The batter will be a little thick, but don't worry about that. And then my orange slices, but let me do something first. If you want to put a little more flour on your oranges just to make sure that they're coated good, you can. But if you do that, then you need to sift it to get that flour out because you'll have too much flour in your dough. So
Okay.
I did add a little more in there. It's not much. See, I had a little bit extra flour. I don't want no, so now I'm going to dump this in here. You just fold them in there. You know what I did yesterday, Linda?
What?
I put this cake mix in the loaf pan, and I says, "Where's my orange slices?" So I dumped my orange slices in the loaf pan, and I took out the spatula and I stirred
you
them
ready
around.
for the,
I am.
loaf pan?
I'm ready for it. Yeah. My oven's ready.
That looks really delicious, Mary.
Thank you. It is. I don't know if it's good or not. I'm gonna test it after a while and tell you. A cake like this, the longer it sits, the better it is.
You can tell the batter is very
Yeah.
light.
Yeah.
Do y'all know what today is? It's Alexander Graham Bell Day. The day
Oh.
that he got the patent for the telephone.
Whoa! What we do?
Oh, that's right. And
Thank you, Jesus. Alexander Graham Bell.
yeah, Linda's friend, Carla's friend, sent us. He works for AT&T.
Yeah.
And he sent us a cup.
That was so sweet.
Wasn't that
I think
sweet?
Scott to do that.
He's my favorite telephone company
He,
employee.
yeah, he works for AT&T, and he sent us an AT&T cup. And what is that?
Flashlight and a tennis
A
ball.
little flashlight and a tennis
That is
ball.
so sweet.
Yeah.
I may have an East Texas country bumpkin accent, but I am not a pioneer. I love my modern conveniences.
I like my phone too.
You worked for a telephone company.
I did.
Yes.
Southwestern Bell in Jackson,
Yeah.
Mississippi. Or South Central Bell, I'm sorry. South Central Bell.
All right, I got all the bows.
Right downtown.
That's what AT&T used to be.
Yep. Right downtown Jackson, Mississippi. And that's where that little children's shop was
Yeah.
that I shopped for you
Yep.
when Mary was pregnant with you.
Right.
Yeah.
I think every payday I'd go over there and buy something.
I don't
and
know.
it was ridiculously priced.
I know. Okay, you just smooth it out, and you can see that little vanilla bean in there.
That looks so good.
Give me
Mary.
that spatula or knife. I'll use that knife.
Okay.
Use the back of this knife here. Didn't want to.
We have so many memories of Jackson and
Yes.
Hines and Rankin County because we lived
Yes.
there for several years. We are Texans for our new followers and friends,
Yeah.
but we did live there for
There
a
it
long
is.
time.
It's going in the oven at 325 for I set the timer for 40 minutes, and then I open the oven, turn it around, and cook it for another 40 minutes. But yesterday I cooked it for 5 more minutes. So actually, I'm gonna set the timer for 45 minutes, and the next time I'll do it 40. But I won't be on here then. But that's what I'm gonna be doing. Okay, there we go.
45 minutes on the timer?
Yeah, 45 minutes, please, Linda. I'm gonna wipe this counter off and tell you the next step. I made some simple syrup. And simple syrup, Linda's made lots of times and told y'all, it's equal parts of water and sugar. I used a half a cup, and that was too much, but I used a half a cup of water, a half a cup of imperial sugar, and then after mine came to a boil, and then I take it off the you're not supposed to let it boil, but it came to a boil, and I took it off the stove, and then I added a half a teaspoon. I think I put a half or a fourth. What did I put on there? Whatever I put on my recipe, that's what I put in there. A fourth a teaspoon of orange extract, because I didn't want it to cook out, so I put it in the simple syrup. A fourth a teaspoon. That orange extract,
It's strong. It's very strong.
This is strong. I mean, it really flavors it up. If it
Is
hadn't
that
been,
Watkins?
yeah.
Yeah.
And so anyway, here's my simple syrup. And this is what you do. When the cake gets done, put it on a cooling rack and let it set for like 5 minutes. And then I poke holes all in it. And I poked holes in it with the taste tester. Just little bitty holes.
Let it set in the pan?
In the pan.
On a cake rack.
On a cake rack. In the pan. And then I poked holes all in it. And then I took my pastry brush and I just soaked the top of it. It went down into those little holes. I don't know if the hose was big enough because it's little bitty tiny, but I think it was. And I put this in it, and then I let it set for about 5 minutes, and then I took the parchment paper and took it out of the pan and took the parchment paper off and let it cool on the cooling rack completely. And then I wrapped it up and saved it for today. Now, we're going to do this over here. We got to do a frosting.
So when a cake is warm, and if you're going to put simple syrup in it, it absorbs it because it is warm.
Yes, you do it while the cake is warm. I made a mistake one time, and I knew that. I knew it. I baked the cake, took it out of the oven. I was so busy. This is during the fall festival, our church fall fest. Walked away with it still cooling on the racks. When I got home, I put the simple syrup on it, and let me tell you something, it made a world of difference.
You know, you could have just warmed them really quick.
I should have.
I've done that before. You could rewarm
Yeah.
them, but you just don't want to cook them.
Right.
You just rewarm them.
Now I'm going to make a little frosting to go on top of the cake. And I use imperial powdered sugar. And I sifted it. And I think this is a cup and a fourth, I believe. What's my recipe? I believe I've already measured it out because I sifted it. So the it's 1 1/4. Yeah, sifted imperial powdered sugar. Now, Linda, the whipping cream is in the side door right there. I just opened it this morning. It's the little one. It's the little one. I just bought a small, because I don't use whipping cream that often. And the butter, I have it right here. If you will microwave it for me, please.
Okay. You want it melted?
Yes. 2 tablespoons of melted butter. 2 tablespoons. And then I'm going to get this out of the way. 3 tablespoons of whipping cream. Let me get the... Use 3 tablespoons of whipping cream in this, and 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 3 tablespoons of whipping cream, 1/2 a teaspoon of orange extract, and 1/4 a teaspoon of salt.
Mary,
Yes.
I thought you could just do this.
You have to cancel the timer.
Oh, you have to cancel
Yeah.
the timer.
You just have to put it back on 40. You'll be fine. This is heavy whipping cream. 3 tablespoons of whipping cream, heavy whipping cream.
I don't guess I never noticed that about your mom.
Yeah, I have to. Can you do your timer and your?
Yeah.
If you can, Linda, I don't know it. I don't know how to do it if it does.
Well, you probably can. I don't know. I just never had noticed that. Is that right?
A fourth a teaspoon of salt, kosher salt, in your powdered sugar. And then a half a teaspoon.
Sorry, it took a
Oh, that's
day and a
okay.
half to melt that.
That's okay. That's all right. I'm just putting it all in here. Half a teaspoon. This is a fourth a teaspoon of orange extract. Okay. And that is it. And then the melted butter. And I'm going to try to whip this. I may have to get the mixer.
Are you through with the whipping
I'm through
cream?
with it, Linda.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know that I can do this without the mixer. I may have to get it, but this is 2 tablespoons of melted butter. This is going to be the frosting for the cake. And like I said, I've already got the cake done. Thank you, Linda. Yeah.
It's more of like a glaze.
It's more like a glaze, yeah. And because I sifted this, that's why I was hoping I wouldn't have to get the mixer. I was going to get the hand mixer out if I did. I wasn't going to use the big one, but I think I can do it with this.
Are you through with this?
I'm through with that, Linda. Thank you very much. Nice to have some help today. I know you made them delicious chocolate chip cookies yesterday and didn't have no help.
Oh, I tried to move some of the stuff by pre-measuring it so I had more room.
See, it's just a little, kind of like a little glaze to go on top of the cake. And if you sift it, you see there's no lumps in it. It goes on really, it beats real good.
That looks good.
All right. Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome.
Now,
Do you need
if
the
you'll get me the
spatula?
cake, please. I've got the cake.
You want the cake plate too?
Please. I wrapped it in foil. This is the cake I cooked last night, and I wrapped it in foil. So I'm gonna take it out. This is the cake, and it's cool.
Beautiful.
You have to. The cake has to be completely cool before you put this frosting on it.
It smells so good.
I hope it's good. And you just put the frosting on it. Oh, I know it's going to
That
be good.
looks delicious.
At least I hope it's good.
You could almost make 2 of them at a time, couldn't you, Mary? And give one to somebody else?
If I was making a loaf cake and I wasn't doing it on camera and have to have another, I would have made 2 at one time. I sure would have. Because you can get 2 in the oven.
Yeah.
And but see, as it is, I got 2 to kind of get rid of.
I know.
I know who I'm gonna give it to. A lot of it too, though.
I took cookies over to Jefferson yesterday, and I
Did you?
brought y'all some.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, they were so delicious.
I haven't had a chance to eat one yet, but I'm going to.
I love that mixture of salty and sweet.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
I know
and,
it's
and
good.
the different chocolate chips
Yes,
too.
it
Yeah.
is. The vibe.
That looks beautiful, Mary. That looks like a prize winner.
I'm not putting it on the sides. I just want it on top. So when you slice it, you just got frosting on the top. You have to get my bowl scraper out.
You can smell that citrus when she took that out of that foil. It was just like, oh, it just permeated the
You
air.
want to hold that for me, please,
Yes.
Linda? I'm going to use my bowl scraper here, get the rest of it out. But see, that was just the right amount. If you don't want this much frosting on it, you don't have to put it on it, but I'll trade with you now.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
But I like them. Of course, I know I like a lot of frosting, and I know that's not good for you.
It looks good.
But when you slice it, you've got that whole slice. And
Yeah,
all
you only got it is on the
You've
top.
only got it on the top, so I want enough of it I can spread it all over it. Because there's none in the middle.
That's beautiful.
We fix to slice this thing. Now it really needs to set a little bit. You can go ahead and slice it now, which we're going to, but you can let it set, and this would get kind of a little bit set and a little bit hard. Not real hard, but harder.
Like it kind of
Then it
crust
will be.
over a little bit.
Yes, it would. So, all right, that is it. Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome.
All right, if you just hand me that rag, if you would, please, and I'll wipe this counter off. I dropped a little bit of frosting on it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. All right, give me a knife, please.
What kind of
Doesn't
knife do you
matter.
want?
Just one little. I got some. That's a bread knife.
That's a bread knife. You
That's a
don't
bread
want a
knife.
bread
Just give me
All
that. one.
right. Give me the chef's knife.
I'm gonna use a chef knife.
You need a plate.
You know what? They yeah, saucer, please. They've got these back in stock, Linda. Did you know that?
Oh, no, I didn't.
I tried to put one in my basket in my cart last month, and the knife set and block was out, but they're back in stock. Now this is the end piece. You can tell because y'all's cake will look better, different from this. You can tell the oranges all went to the bottom. That's because I forgot to put the orange slices in it till it was already in the pan, and I was just cramming them. I was cramming them orange slices down in it. So if you put it in the mix, your orange slices will be all through your cake. I'm still going to taste of it. I hope that's good.
That sure looks
You
good.
want to taste?
I think I won't, Mary, but I know it's going to be good. You can taste of it and tell me how good it is.
The end pieces. This is the end piece. I'm gonna get some of that
Get
frosting.
some with the frosting.
Yeah.
Carla's going to taste some of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Very good. See? Them orange. Those orange slices would be all in there if I'd have put it in the batter. And I knew. I knew when I put them in there that it was going to do that. But that's okay. Y'all don't forget the orange slices, and it will be all through your cake. So, anyway.
Sorry, I got a speck on my glasses. I had to go
Did
clean
you?
them. I cannot stand my glasses. Because
Okay. Well, so that's our citrus, glazed citrus loaf pan cake. So
that is excellent. That would be so good as like
Coffee.
an afternoon with tea
Cup
or
of coffee.
glass of
Be real
milk.
good. Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful, Mary.
All right, now the apron. We're gonna give away the apron for February. February's over with, so don't send us any more birthdays for February. It's over. We've already drawn the name. And March giveaway, don't text your birthday. If you have a birthday in March, don't text it to us until the last week of March, because we draw the name on the 1st of April. We'll draw the name for the March birthday giveaway. So you have to have them in by the end of March, but don't start sending them to that last week. 1 week you ought to have plenty of time to,
Yeah, and we'll give you the number then because we don't want you to send them to us.
yeah, don't send us your birthdays for March until the last week. But this month's, February's birthday was, would you hand it to me, Linda?
Yes.
Make sure I say the name correctly. The birthday is giveaway for the pink apron. I've already got an address. I'll get it in the mail today. It's Betty
Wilhite?
Wilhite
I'm not sure
in
that's
Springdale,
right.
Arkansas. I think I remember, I put it on my notes and I read it this morning, that it was February the 13th. So, congratulations, and I hope you had a great birthday.
And be sure to let us know.
And let us know when you get it, yes. Now, was it something else we needed to tell them?
We'll be at my house tomorrow cooking. You got baby showers coming
Oh,
up.
yes.
Ladies conference. There's all kinds of stuff going on.
Busy, busy, busy month of March. I just, like I said, I got 2 granddaughters that are having babies, one in April and one in May.
Little baby boys.
So every time I go to town, I go through and I shop for little things, you know.
It's so fun to shop for babies.
And then ladies conference is looking forward to that. And and I'm wanting to go see Charles Linnell.
This ladies' conference is 2 weeks, right?
Well, ladies' conference is
2 weeks.
23rd, 24th, and 25th. And I've already got the hotel and all the reservations, and all the ladies in the church are going. Give me my water.
So y'all be sure to join us tomorrow at my house at 10 o'clock Central Time. And our merchandise is on our website. It's PinkyMossKitchen.com. If you are interested in our aprons or our books, Mama's book or our cookbook.
Yeah. So we hope that y'all have a wonderful day. We're praying for y'all every night. Both of us are.
Yes.
And we take y'all's request to heart, and we do pray for them.
And we have one lady, Mary. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
didn't
No, I'm
mean to
fine.
interrupt. One of our friends is going through her second round of chemo,
Yes.
and we'd like for everyone to keep her
Yes.
in mind. Do you think it's okay if we say her name?
I don't think she would care.
Regina.
Yeah.
Y'all just call her name in prayer.
Right.
She had a rough day yesterday, and we've been praying for her for months, and we just want the Lord to be real to her.
Right. And we love y'all, and we appreciate y'all's support, appreciate y'all watching us, and we hope that y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you again tomorrow. And don't forget to count your blessings today and every day. Oh, that's right. Here's Carla.
Carla came dressed for St. Patrick's
She
Day.
came popping in here with her St. Patrick's pants on and the hat. And I said, "You're celebrating St. Patrick's."
I love you.
Love you too.
We miss it when she's not here.
We do.
And
So
her
glad
shirt.
she got to be here.
Everybody's been asking about Carla.
Yeah.
She's still been having bouts with the kidney stones, but she has surgery on the 16th, and they're going to go in there and take the 2 that will not pass. But I think she must have had a kidney full of them, because she's been passing kidney stones and getting in a lot of pain.
So everybody keep our sweet
Yes.
Carla
Thank
in
you.
your prayers.
She's doing better. She just couldn't resist coming to see us today.
I know it. I missed you so much.
We're so glad she did.
Yeah. All right. Thank y'all so much, and we'll see y'all tomorrow at Linda's house.
Be sure to count your blessings.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.